5280 Sports Network, Nate Lundy, Shawn Drotar, your morning minute on an overreaction Monday. This time, though, Broncos fans overreacting in a very happy way. Why? Because we don't have thunderstorms. We don't have the lightning right now. We might a little bit later, but for right now, we have a team that is 4-0, Shawn, and yesterday was impressive.
Yeah, the only team that is 4-0, the only one, their first 4 wins, is the rest are on bye, and of course, the only undefeated team left in the AFC, in a very impressive game. We talked last time on this video how this was a game the Broncos needed to win, not because of the schedule necessarily, but because if they were going to be the kind of team that could make a legitimate run at defending their AFC Championship title and their Super Bowl title, you need to go out and beat teams like this that you know you're better than on the road. I thought the Broncos did that decisively, effectively, and they did it early on. This game was not a contest for most of its 60 minutes.
You know, we talk a lot about Von Miller on this defense and the pass rush. We've talked about Shane Ray. We've talked about Shaq Barrett. We've talked about guys like that. Maybe after yesterday, the guy that we need to be talking about more is Derek Wolfe. 2.5 sacks. That's the first time he's done that in his career, and he is playing lights out right now for the Broncos. I've been extremely impressed as he's continued to get better over his career here with the Broncos. Definitely worthy not only of the contract he got, but probably of more than what he got. So a great game out of Derek Wolfe. He would have been easily the defensive MVP for me, and I know what Talib did with the 2 interceptions. I still think what Derek Wolfe did on defense was a better performance and more impactful overall for the Broncos with their win against the Bucs on Sunday. The one thing, though, Shawn, that you brought up on the radio show this morning as a concern is the running game. We saw all 3 backs yesterday. We saw Booker, we saw Bibbs, and we saw C.J. Anderson. You think they may be working those other 2 in because C.J.'s just not getting it done?
Well, it seems to be. When you see guys like Booker and Bibbs really hasn't gotten carries until yesterday. When you see that they're getting a better per average, that's not everything, but it indicates to me that they're trying to get a little more going. They're trying to either get a fire under C.J. Anderson or get some sort of rhythm with the offense for him in particular. But Booker and Bibbs were both more effective in their limited time. As you've pointed out on the radio show this morning, Anderson sometimes has a 9-yard run and then stopped, and then an 8-yard run and then a minus 1-yard run. That's a problem for the Broncos. We've seen that before because when you get on those short 3rd down, 3rd and 2, 2nd and 2s, now you're not necessarily sure of what you can do because you can't get it done reliably. The Broncos are looking for that. That's really the final piece of their offensive puzzle.
We are into the month of October, which means the Rockies are done. The last point here on your morning minute.
Officially done. They've been done.
What are we waiting for? Why hasn't it been announced that Walt Weiss is not coming back as the manager of the Rockies? I understand we are 24 hours removed from the end of the season, but this could have been done last night. It probably should have been done last night. Hopefully the Rockies will not waste any time. Jeff Bridich needs to have the reins taken off of him by the Monforts, be allowed to make his own decisions, be allowed to bring in the right kind of manager. I like Walt Weiss. I like the time that he's had here. I have nothing against him as a person, but he's not the right manager for this team. It is time for the Rockies to move on. Go outside the organization and find the right person to take what is amazing talent on this roster and find a way so that it can be October 3rd and Shawn and I can be talking to you on this video about postseason play, even if that's just a 1-game wild card. I'll take it. Rockies, Monforts, it's time to let Bridich do his job, find the right manager, and get something done with the team at 20th and Blake. That's your morning minute for today. Make sure you're checking out 5280sportsnetwork.com for all the podcasts, the videos, the blogs as well. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. on Mile High Sports Radio, AM 1340, FM 1047. For Shawn, I'm Nate. See ya.